we are very excited today. Nicola, we're both making two different projects. Do you want to start by explaining again in debrief, in case people didn't see our intro videos, what you're making, and then I'll say what I'm making?
Okay, yep, I have got the base of my album all complete, as I showed on YouTube, a demonstration of how I made this up. So I've got the papers cut and kind of in the right order that I want to put it down to. I've got some fun elements or fun pop-ups and what have you to put in, and I will, if you want me to make them, I will show you how to make them, or one or two. I will briefly describe how I make them as well as we go. So I've got some fun things to put in there, and yeah, decorate it up and try and show you how I do an interactive flippy pull the pop-up album. You know, when you're watching on a device, or you've clicked in a link on Facebook and then it takes you to the YouTube, but it says to sign in.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was doing to me, and because I couldn't remember my password, and by the time I got into it, it said the session had expired, the link had expired. So I'm going to have to work on that, how to do that from a link and work out my password, because I don't normally have to sign in.
So you think that's why it wasn't working?
I think so, yeah, I really do.
Okay.
So it's my fault, my boo-boo. And what are you making today, Lauren?
Okay, so I am making a ticket book, and I just took the elements from the ticket element from the kit, and I expanded it. Mine is about 6 by 3 inches, and I'm gonna make it into like a little tag flip book of tickets. So I left some pockets to stuff the journaling cards into, and I also printed out some pictures of my mom and dad and my kids and I at the carnival from last year, and so I'll stick those into the packet.
That sounds exciting, and I can't wait to see it finished. That looks super cute, the way that you've done that tag already.
Yeah, I feel like there's so much for this kit that I have no room on my craft table for everything I need. So I have, look at this craziness. I have all of Kerryanne's elements, all her fussy cuts in these separate little containers here. And I wanted to have room to open them all up and spread them out and then pick and choose, but I think I'm going to have to just kind of like, I don't know, move these and reposition them and just keep them in a stack, because there's no room. There are so many elements in this kit.
It's
there's
like going through
on my table.
Needle in a haystack there, burying your hands in it. Go, you know. And yeah,
and there's no room for Sunday. She's in here, but she's currently sitting on the floor. So at some point she'll hop up on here and she'll probably lay on the laces, but currently there's no room for her.
We're just gonna, like everything, we're working through whatever we can.
Whatever we can.
So yeah, what we will do, we will just try to download the live from here and then upload it to our YouTube, so at least everyone can see it and what have you.
All right.
It's just one of those things. We get nervous as well that those things will happen, and unfortunately it did, but no one's missing out on the craft room membership. Everyone can see what we're doing. So
yeah, and the whole reason, I don't know if everyone knows, the whole reason we were trying to go onto YouTube is so that people who are maybe interested in joining the craft room on May 20th through the 28th, and maybe they're just not really sure exactly what's involved, we were wanting to give them an example of what a craft live is like and have them be able to see the digital. So we just wanted to try to welcome more people who are not familiar with this, and unfortunately didn't go the way as we planned.
But we will work it out for next time, and hopefully they'll still get to see what we do, if we can figure out how to download and upload to YouTube.
I guess next time we're gonna have to go on an hour early just to make
Yeah,
sure. I guess 20 minutes
yeah,
did not suffice.
15, yeah, 15, 10, we have 15 minutes to check that link out. We should do it like half-hour late before and what have you. Oh,
Mhm.
that has thrown me. It's thrown you. It's thrown me.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was literally in tears. But here we are, nonetheless.
yeah.
And I apologize. I realized, looking at my screen, I put acetate on the front cover because I'm gonna make it a shaker, and it's giving you all a glare. So I'm gonna put this one to the side and work on a different book
I'm,
because I'm sure that's very
I'm looking at
frustrating.
it. It might look like a little glare, but it's not too bad. It's not like it's in your face.
Okay.
So,
Um, Bonnie, my clear plastic. Let me grab the box and show you. So actually, it's kind of funny. So I don't know if you all know, but I'm a high school English teacher, and when I was a little girl, probably in fourth grade, I desperately wanted an overhead projector, and that was all I asked for Christmas for I think 2 years straight. And finally, my dad, Mr. Shabby Larry, went to a college, U of M, actually, because he worked in Ann Arbor. He went to U of M, and he somehow tracked down where they kept all of their old overhead projectors that were either in storage or, maybe needed some fixing or just for extras. And so he picked out a overhead projector for me, and I got that Christmas morning, and I still have it because it's just like a symbol, of my love for teaching and also what my dad did for me. But anywho, it came with oodles and oodles and oodles of the transparencies for the overhead projector. And so
wow.
I still have a whole bunch of those that I use. But if not, if you don't have an overhead projector that came with transparencies, you can also buy transparency film. And this is what my box looks like. There's specific ones for laser printers or inkjet printers. So you want to pay notice to that. But what's nice about this acetate is that you can print on this, obviously. So I've done that with a couple of Kerryanne's digitals. I printed on here, and then you have, a second layer of texture. It's not just plain. But another thing you can use is like packaging that comes in boxes. Like we just got a huge donut box for Nicholas's preschool teachers this week, and they didn't finish and they wanted to give them to Nick. So we brought the box home, and the whole front screen obviously had acetate on it. And so I just peeled that right off, and I'll save that. So a lot of packaging comes with the acetate too that you could use. But I like to get the printing sheets because then you can use it for both. You can use it in your printer, and you can just cut it and use it for your shakers.
That's right. I'm also, it might be not as strong, but, like file folios, the plastic sleeves in there, you could definitely cut two. And as long as you've stuck them properly around, that also acts as something you can use, especially in shakers and behind things. So just use whatever you can find.
Yes. Whatever you can find around.
Okay, so we've got that
So I've
one.
done my front. The front, I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do, but I have not pre-planned anything else besides this tiny little collage right here. So, and everyone knows I'm a very slow crafter. So we'll see how far I get. But for my ticket book, um, what I ended up doing was I did sewing for both sides, and it's really just for aesthetic purposes because my first one, I realized I messed up. I wanted to sew to make sure that this was a sturdy enough pocket here. This opens up to put a picture inside. So I wanted to sew to make sure it would never open. However, I did not like then, obviously, that the end seams were showing on the back. So that was my first mess up. So then for all of my next tickets, I still went through and I did sewing, but I sewed each individual ticket so that you didn't see the back like end seams. And then I ended up just gluing them together. So it's kind of faux sewing. Like the sewing serves absolutely no purpose at all. But I did like that touch. I thought it added a cute little element. So on the green ones, or the mint color, I did pink, and then I did white because I didn't have this color in sewing or thread. But anyway, I thought that added a nice little touch, even though it serves absolutely no purpose.
Those ice creams are so cute.
I know. I'm thinking what page I want to work on first. And I sewed them differently, so I could have some that pull out on the side, and then I sewed some where the top is open, or glued, I should say, so that I can have a journaling card pull out from the top, or a photo. So now I just want to decide which one to start with. And where are you starting, Nicola?
I've started. I've just decided which direction I'm going to go here. I think I'll go.
Actually, I might change trajectories. Sorry, while you're thinking, I just realized I'm going to change trajectories.
So just reading through. Morning, Linda. Body says, great, thanks, Nicola. And Kerryanne says, Faye Hodge. Oh, to Faye, I'm in bed with my Bonnie dog too, in the guest bedroom, so the hubby can sleep. And Faye says, my Bella is snoring.
Is Bella a dog or a cat?
Or like me, my husband would say, my Nicola is snoring. Oh, right.
I think I'm going to start here while you're reading through the comments. This was another thing I used my acetate on. I made like a little Polaroid photo, and then I printed off this sweet little girl with the cotton candy. I absolutely love her. So I haven't decided if I'm going to make that into a shaker or not. So I'm not going to glue that on here yet. But I thought we could use really teeny tiny fussy cuts and decorate these Polaroids too, and then decide if we want to make it into a shaker or not. My concern is that I'm going to make everything into a shaker, and there will not be a way to close this.
We love
or
your shakers.
jump there might not be jump rings big enough.
I love your shakers, so you might have to find a few jump rings that are big enough.
Yeah, we'll see. So I did print her elements super, super teeny tiny, like the size of your fingernail, to be able to decorate these. So now I just have to search through the stack. Kerryanne, I cannot believe how many elements are in this kit.
We absolutely are ecstatic with this digital this month. Like, this is our absolute amazing dream. We've been very excited about it. Poor Kerryanne, she got held to ransom over this one, didn't she, by us?
Mm-hmm.
We're like,
we've been asking for this on and off for, goodness, how long do you think? It's been a long time.
Yeah. And she's been like, no, no, no. And finally she gave in, and she's made us our dream digital. So we've been really excited about this one.
We love these two colors, and we love the theme of a carnival. Obviously, it's very nostalgic for many people, which, I was thinking when I was cutting everything out yesterday, Nicola, I thought maybe we could talk about like what your carnivals look like in comparison to ours, because I'm sure there are differences. And also, do you have, like here in the States, I would say we have a fair, a carnival, and a circus, and they're all three different things. Do you have that in the UK as well?
Yeah. Yep. So our fairs are like fairground would be like have dodgems, the Ferris wheel, roller coasters. The one that normally comes, or used to come, to our little village, it would have like smaller fairground rides, but you would still have like the bumper cars, like the popcorn and the doing the coconut, stall. What am I on about?
Coconut stall?
The coconut stall where you have to
I don't
aim
know
at
what
the
that means.
coconuts and push them off. I'm not going to say the word, but do you know what I mean? Like to win a teddy bear, and
A
there was a
coconut.
haunted house, and there's like,
Why is it called a coconut stall?
I don't
Does it have
know, because
anything to do with
yeah,
coconuts?
you line the coconut, they line the coconuts up, and you've got to hit them off the stand to win the prize.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay, it's actual coconuts.
it's actual coconuts. We've got what else? Like dodgems and all sorts of like fun things. But I regret saying that we have something called the Flora Dance, and it's Feast Week. We call it Feast Week, and it's happening in June, end of June to beginning of July. And basically that's when the fair normally comes here, but they had to stop it because it was ruining the field, so we don't have the fair anymore. Circus is like you go and you see the clowns and you see the elephants and all that, and then you've got the what else was it?
Fair, Carnival, and Circus.
Carnival, that's it. And Carnival is where we all dress up and go on like the floats on cars and dance and what have you on the floats.
So your fair is like the one we're playing with right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Lordy, what's
The
wrong with me?
one
I've been
we're playing with right now, I would say this is like what we would call a carnival, but there are like some circus elements in there, like the clowns. But this reminds me of what we would call a carnival.
okay. So our carnivals are kind of a little bit different
Or a
in
fair.
what we would
Carnival or
refer
fair.
to. Yeah.
Carnival or fair. I mean, the pictures that I am going to incorporate into here are from the Fowlerville Fair. So yeah, that was a fairground. But do you have animals at yours? We have animals at ours.
Not at the fair, no. That would just be at the circus.
Oh, at the circus. Okay. We have like farm animals at the fair. And then like the circus would be obviously lions and tigers and elephants and things, but the fair would be barnyard animals.
I have got adult brain today. I think it was just, well, I was on the game, I was set, ready, and
Yeah.
completely thrown
No,
off.
I know, I can't let it go.
I
I'm
was ready
trying really
to
hard.
talk about the digitals and talk about the craft room, and we're here with our friends that already know about it all. So Jennifer says, love your photo frames.
Thank you, except for I need to pick a different picture now because it seems absolutely bonkers to have a girl with cotton candy covering up the other girl's cotton candy. So we're going to do a quick photo change. Oh, Sunday has joined us.
Kerryanne says, it's a sideshow, Nicola.
Oh, she calls them agricultural shows. Okay. Where is my... I really love pigs. Let me show you one of my photos. Let me print it out.
Kerryanne says she didn't have much choice in the end to do this game for us. No,
Nope.
you didn't.
You
did not. You know what would have happened if you didn't. We won't speak about that one.
Okay, Nicola, can you see my photo yet? Because I know you're on a delay.
Yes.
So this is at the fair, and they have pigs that are like for show, then win prizes, and they have cows and horses and everything that win prizes. Do you do anything like that at yours? Nicola?
I got 2 sets, sorry.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
Okay, I was just going to ask, do they put on farm animals for show?
Not that I've seen.
What about elephant ears? Do you eat elephant ears?
Elephant. What?
Here, I'm showing you a picture.
I I'm watching the picture.
Oh,
What are they? What's elephant
okay.
ears?
So it's called an elephant ear because it's absolutely enormous, and it is basically just a fried bubbly pastry. It's very filled with air, and it's sugar, powdered sugar or cinnamon sprinkled on top, and it's hot, and it's like a fluffy, airy, I don't know, fried goodness. Look at
Well,
how huge it is. It's literally
it,
bigger than Sissy,
I
and it's
can,
just bigger
yeah,
than
I
Shabby Larry.
can understand why it's called elephant ears now, but I had pictures just like I told you about my toad in the hole. That's what I envisioned was actually you're eating proper elephant's ears. I'm like, what? You weirdos.
No. Okay, so it sounds like we have quite, man, I really messed up putting this girl here. It sounds like we have quite different things at our fair, carnivals, and circus experiences.
Definitely. I think if I go to one, I will take some pictures and video a bit so everyone will get to see what ours would look like, and you do the same.
Okay, I think that sounds great.
Mind you, I think the last time I did go was quite a few years back now. I think it was like maybe 8 years back. It was way before COVID, and
Oh, yes, I haven't been in a long time either.
I went on a ride, and I hurt myself. Well, I don't know. I think it was just the where you get hit by the bumper cars, and I was in so much pain with my shoulder for many months after. I was like, that's it, I'm now officially too old for this stuff, and I was like, I'm not ever going on these rides again.
What is everyone else's carnival and fair and circus like? I'm sure there are differences.
Jennifer says also for a funnel cake.
Funnel cake, yes.
What's a funnel cake?
Another yummy fried pastry thing. I don't even know really how to differentiate it from an elephant ear. Maybe Jennifer could help us better with that. You know, it's like all the super bad stuff for you.
Chris says our state fair in New York is mostly farm animals with horse competitions. We also do a lot with state police dogs.
Oh,
okay, that sounds different.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, our fair is the same with the farm animals.
Okay, so yes, because our fun fair is basically all rides, like in the kit.
Yes, but ours is too, but plus animals.
And Kerryanne says, Lauren, in Australia we call that an agricultural show, which yeah, we would say that would be too.
I think the only difference between our carnivals and our fairs is that the fairs have the farm animals.
Okay.
Okay.
Jennifer says, yep, they're the same. They're just the same, but shaped differently.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're so good.
That sounds yummy. I'm going to have to come over one day and try it out.
Okay. I'm like getting nothing done today. I'm having a hard time knowing where to start, but I did print in the kit, these were sized down. Aren't these so cute? And I thought that these would go great in like a little Polaroid or just like stuffed into a little mini pocket. And so I thought I would start with decorating these, but there's so many fuzzy cuts that I cannot find what I'm looking for. It's like, it's too good to be true, and I'm second guessing myself and everything that I want to put in. So now I'm wondering if I should go back to decorating my ticket book, and I'm really just on the struggle bus today, everyone. So I'm sorry. And somebody's laying on all of my laces, so I can't even see those anymore. So really, I'm just kind of here for the ride, and yeah.
Like we say, we'll get done what we can get done, and what we can't, we'll finish off camera as normal. We don't fail. We've always created and come up with the projects. So also a fun thing, which has of reminded me and my husband, we actually at the same time was working at a fun fair, and I was 16 and he was just turning 19, and we actually didn't meet at the fun fair. It was only afterwards that we met, but we
You didn't
I
realize that you were both there?
no, he was working on the waltzers and I was working on the gravity cage. Obviously it was in my town, and you know, they needed extra people to help people in and out and what have you. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that, you know. But he had done he had traveled down with them, and instead of going with them, he stayed. And yeah, the next day I met him and he just came out with, oh, I was just working on the waltzers. And I'm like, well, how strange, because I was just working on the gravity wheel.
That is so cute. So do you remember what he said to you? Do you remember what the first words were?
What, when we met?
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy, it's Soppy. He picked me up and he said, you're going to be my future wife.
Yeah.
Right there and
Yeah. Steve. So it was love at first sight.
apparently so.
That's awesome. What a cute story you have. I
Mind
wish I had a
you,
cute story like that.
when I went to make him his first cup of tea,
Mm-hmm.
that nearly changed his mind. And when I burnt his toast, that nearly changed his mind too.
Well, I guess it didn't matter to him because here you are and you've been happily married for how many years?
Oh, God, coming on 31 now. Well, we've been together for 31 years.
It's a long time.
So, yeah. Let's read through the comments here because a lot's been coming up.
Yes, please.
Sun Tzu says, in the Midwest, I don't see a lot of circuses with animals anymore. Lots of acrobatics and tricks, and still fun to go to see. Jennifer says, not sure my comment posted, but Lauren, you remind me so much of Laura Mitchell's amazingness. She would make a great team member, Kerryanne. Oh, I think that's hinting. Chris says, our village fire department field days are mostly kids' rides and food. We have a big parade with all the fire departments from around the states. But if it looked like these images, I would be there every day.
Mm-hmm.
Faye says, locally we have side shows with rides, games. In the pavilion we have huge crafts section, cake decorating art, show bag goodies, food vans, horse trials, and show jumping, and followed by fireworks. That sounds amazing. Kerryanne says, ooh, Lauren, just seeing your film strip in the background. I've added those in next kits.
Ooh, yay, I love the film strip.
But I keep forgetting her name. Barry Painter, sorry, over my head at the moment. I know it's different. I'm in the southeastern US.
Well, I might pronounce it wrong, but isn't it Mikkel?
Mikkel.
I think.
Yes, Mikkel. That's it. Darn it. Yes, I should have remembered. Well done. And we have craft fairs too. Artisans sell their creations, lots of booths. The funnel cakes are sold. There are sometimes animals for viewing to entertain kids. Pups that need adoption, entertainment like puppet shows, clog dancing, and musical acts. Clog dancing, yeah.
What is that?
Chris, gonna have to let us know. And Chris says today is our 45th wedding anniversary.
Oh,
wow.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary to you, Chris.
Wow, 45 years.
45 years.
For you.
Have you burnt any toast or made sloppy cups of tea?
I had a very stressful evening actually trying to make chicken parmesan. Diane, I almost texted you about chicken.
Don't start the chicken again.
And yeah, I don't know. I hope I get new pans for Mother's Day. My pans go from 0 to 100 and it burned. And you know, chicken parmesan is messy, right? Because you have to dip it, like get the breading. So I dipped it in the egg and the flour and then the breadcrumbs, and then I burned the first batch, and then I had to repeat that whole thing all over the again, and I ended up burning the second batch. So it was literally like 9 o'clock at night and nobody had eaten yet. I was in tears and we ended up just going and getting McDonald's. But yeah, I have a very difficult time. I like to cook. I like to pick out 3 recipes a week and have fun with that. But it gets stressful sometimes when the kids are hungry, or you know, you can't focus on preparing the meal the way you should be, and more often than not it does not work out for me, but I do enjoy the process under the right circumstances.
I'm not a good cook. Even after all these years, I'm not a good cook.
No, I'm not either. But you know, I guess I didn't even answer your question. I'm sorry, Nicola. To answer your question, my husband says everything is delicious every single time. And I know it's not. Just bless his heart. He always says it's great. I love it.
He's being polite, is he?
Yeah, he does eat it all, so I don't know. But yeah, I think he is definitely being polite.
Okay, so I'm just going to cut this down. I didn't even do the papers for the back pages, so I'm like wondering what I'm going to add now. I'm like, oh, there's some blank pages here. So Sue says, this is my first live since joining last year, loving the chit chat. Oh, that's good.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, no. Who said that?
It's nice to have you, Sun Sue,
Oh.
and hopefully you're joining in more lives.
Well, we've already apologized multiple times, but I am so sorry once again. I can't believe this is our first impression.
This is for whoever sees it on our YouTubes. We apologize, and we'll be more sufficient next time, and it will be on YouTube next time.
Okay.
Bonnie says, I printed some sheets out and tried to copy Nicola's book. Thank you, Bonnie.
Great.
Agnesa says, love watching you craft no matter where you do it. And sadly, technology could be such a stickler. That's why I think I'm so afraid of it.
Yeah,
thank you.
That's very sweet.
Right.
Nicola, not to
Hello.
change our topic or anything, but it just crossed my mind. Is your Mother's Day tomorrow, or is it different?
Ours was back in March.
Oh.
No, April, May, June, July, January, February, March.
Okay. Well, happy belated Mother's Day then to you. I didn't realize.
But we know it's Mother's Day tomorrow over there. So we wish all you ladies a happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. Does anyone have any plans? Is anyone expecting to do anything special for their day? I don't know what I'm doing. Honestly, I've been really struggling this year. I didn't know what to get for my mom or what to make my mom. I made her one of Kerryanne's cards last year, and I did it again this year. And I think she really liked that because she still has last year's card up on her windowsill. So thank you, Kerryanne, for that. And I made her another one, but I don't know what we're gonna actually like do together. What does everyone do on Mother's Day? Do you go out to brunch? Gosh, what would I love to do? I would love to go to Barnes and Noble bookstore and just be able to sit in there for a few hours by myself and pick out new books. That's what I would love to do on my Mother's Day.
I normally sit in my pajamas and eat chocolate all day and sit there and watch films, and I get a takeaway and I'm very happy.
That sounds wonderful.
I'm like, I don't have to cook, don't have to clean.
I'm gonna scroll through our comments again. I love that everybody is being chit-chatty with us today.
Yes. I'm
Love when
surprised with all
that happens, ladies.
the faffle, everyone realised we're here today.
Oh, and Joy says, oh no, I got my time zone wrong. I just got here. Joy, there is no catching up you need to do. This is a great time to be joining us and getting started, and we're happy that you're here.
Exactly.
Oh, shoot. I got the name wrong. Okay, Tracy. I was wrong. It's not Mikkel. So
It's
who's
Tracy. That's
yeah.
it. Mikkel's the other one.
Okay, so she says, I'm Tracy, but feel free to call me Barry. He's quite often my better half. And she is crafting with Meadowview Lane this morning and gathering all the ideas for this kit because she wants to spend all summer with this kit.
Oh,
I agree.
we would carry on using this continuously, you know, but there will be a point where we have to stop.
Yeah. So Nicola, I'm having difficulties. It's only showing me 3 comments at a time. I can't scroll back to see what I missed for some reason.
Okay.
So I think you might be on comment control because
okay.
Oh wait. I can do it on my phone. I'll do it on my phone. You keep crafting.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Bonnie is printing sheets out and copying your book. I don't know if you said that. Sorry. Yes, you did. Okay. You already read all this. Okay. So Kerryanne says, I've got all my family here for lunch, and it's her mom's 87th birthday. Happy birthday to you, Mom. Beth says her girls are adult twins, and they're making her brunch.
Ooh.
Very
That
nice.
sounds nice, Beth.
I feel like the rule is you should not have to cook on Mother's Day.
Definitely.
I'll just fall. All right, so maybe I'm okay to start gluing things down. I'm starting to feel okay about it.
Good.
Let's just do it. What do you always say? Just smack it on there?
That's it.
Let's just smack it on there.
Yep, that's it. Just do it. Get it done.
Kerryanne, I had already told Nicola this, but this kit is so special to both of us, and I was telling Nicola that I'm really struggling actually because I've just been so excited for so long for this kit that I just have built it up and built it up and built it up that now I'm too nervous to craft with it because I have so many ideas that I want to do that I'm like almost overwhelmed. I don't know where to start, and everything I make, I know I want to keep, and so I'm trying to think like, okay, well, what would I actually use this for? Like, it's different if you make something and you're like, oh, people will journal in it. But for me, it's like, well, what am I going to journal in it? What am I going to do with it? So I've just been like, I don't know, overthinking everything, and
you want it to be as special as what you want, you know, imagine it to turn out like.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
But now that I actually have it, I'm like, oh man, I don't want to mess anything up, and I don't know. I'm just overthinking everything.
It's like, yeah, it's like when you get all the presents that you want for Christmas and they're there, it's like, what do I go on first? What do I play with first? And you just sat there with your eyes like wide and you're like, oh, and then you don't know which one to choose.
That's exactly what is happening. And that's why, like, I didn't even lay anything out in advance for today, which clearly is the problem. But yeah, I just want everything to be so perfect that I'm getting stuck on that, and I can't let that go. Like even just now, I didn't want to glue anything down. I'm like, well, is that exactly where I want that fussy cut to go?
Sometimes you're just worried that you're going to make a mistake, and it's like, oh, after everything, but we just got to work through them.
Yeah, we'll just go. So I'm just going to smack it down. Nicola has said that quite often. Just smack it down.
That's it.
So that's what we're going to do. I'm trying to decide if I should use the pop-up foam stickers or glue them down. or like a combination of both. Again, I'm so concerned it's gonna just get so big. But I guess they call it a big tent for a reason, right? It's the carnival, so I guess it would be appropriate.
Okay, I have nearly glued all my pages in, and then I can start kind of putting the fun things in there.
Okay, good for you. Tracy said her kids are college age, and she just told them that she's glad that they're home for summer. That's the best Mother's Day gift.
Oh.
And Sun Tzu says, if I overthink my crafting, I get stuck overthinking and I don't do crafts. That's exactly where I am right now. I'm completely stuck. And it's not because I'm having, trouble with Kerryanne's digitals. It's because I just want to do them justice, and I'm just being so hard on myself. So yes, that's exactly where I am. I am stuck. Faye says, quiet Mother's Day for me, as both my adult kids are shift workers, so we'll only see them after work.
Okay, yeah.
And Kerryanne says she loves hearing when her art resonates with someone. Yep, it sure resonates with us, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, so this might pose a bit of a problem, stuck out right like that 50 there. It's the only thing that's stuck out right at the top. Okay.
Wait, what?
I might have to...
What? I missed it. What is stuck at the top?
The 50 cents. Because that is my kind of pull for my...
And are you saying you don't want it stuck at the top?
It could become a bit of a problem. Like, do you get what I mean? It could.
It could become a problem. This kind of reminds me of when we made our stacked envelope. Did anyone even notice that we couldn't even open our stacked envelopes? Oh, goodness.
Mine become that big, it didn't even go into, oh lordy, the filled fries box as well.
Oh, I have never laughed so hard.
Oh lordy. We post challenges on ourselves, but we get through them somehow. Okay, so I think I'm ready to kind of put a few bits and bobs in.
Can someone tell me if I'm in frame, please?
Let's have a look. You need to work up a little bit.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's it, right there.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Kerryanne says, we've been here before, Nicola.
Nothing is ever going to top the fries box when you tried to put what was it, a rosette?
Oh, it felt like it was like Alice in Wonderland kind of scene where...
Was it a rosette? I can't even remember now.
Yeah, it was a rosette, and I think it was a shaker, and it was something else. They were all supposed to go into the fries box, but nothing fitted in there. So it all had to be attached to the outside of the fries box.
I laughed so hard. I was snorting. I had to momentarily walk away, remember?
Yes. Peggy says, you both are doing a beautiful job, and I love it all. Thank you, Peggy.
It's very sweet
and Bonnie
kind.
says, yes, you are. And Kerryanne says, yes, the rosette. Okay.
What did you do with your fries box, Nicola? Do you still have it?
Yeah, somewhere. I think I put it away somewhere, but I have still got it.
Tracy says, unopened stacked envelopes. Now I love you too even more. I once sewed pockets closed on a pair of shorts I made. Creativity is not perfection, that's for sure. Hey, that's okay. I was wearing a jean jacket yesterday, and I went to put my phone in the pocket, and it was sewed closed. So, I mean, you can say you did it by accident, Tracy, but there's clearly people who sell them that way, so no harm done.
Okay. Now let's see if I mess this up, because where I was going to put this this horse
Uh-huh.
was supposed to be here as a slider closure, but I put a blue one in there, so now I'm going to have to make the slidey for this one. Right, let's see. Am I going to do it on this one? Yeah. Let's go for it, girls. If it don't work out right, then do not copy me straight away, right? Let's see if this works out fine first.
Okay, you can be the guinea pig.
Yep. I'm going to try and get or find my knife. Kerryanne gave me one, and my husband took it away from me for my own safety because I cannot be trusted with things like this. So I'm just going to use this one and see where I go. Do I need something soft behind this? Let's have a look. Right, let's put you in there. Right. We have plans. I have plans.
Sunday is just sitting here, just watching. She's kind of giving me extra pressure. She's like, "Are you sure you want to glue that down there, Mama?"
Yep.
You see her little head? She's watching very intently.
I can't at the moment. She's off camera.
Oh, really? You can't see her?
Nope.
Okay, it must be, my screen on my phone looks like way bigger than I guess what is actually on the laptop.
Yep, that's right.
Well, Sunday's here and she says hello to everyone.
Oh, yes, I could just see her peeking out. Just strange. Because, well, I'm looking on my phone. I have the phone, I can't see her, but now I can.
Well, I moved my camera up a little because I don't want her to feel left out.
Right, this might not work because I'm not cutting through this at the moment. Lordy! Right, let's see. I might have to do a few more little slices. Ah!
I just dropped glue side down on my beautiful ladies. Tracy?
No. Yes, Tracy. Yes, Tracy. Says the price box fiasco sounds like a hoot.
That was a good one. Is that one still available to be viewed?
And I don't know. I don't think so. We've had lots get removed, obviously, with this new 3-month thing that they're doing. So
Do they only last a certain period of time?
3 months now.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. Okay.
This is not cutting through. Oh, actually, am I gonna? Can I work this out? No. Ooh, this is very strange, girls.
Talk us
Right, I'm just gonna
through
keep
what
going.
you're trying. Talk us through what you're trying to do.
Try to cut this paper. I've tried to like put a slice in there, but it's not cutting through properly.
Is
I'm feeling it
Steve there that he could cut for you really quickly?
No, I'm not having him interfering. I'll get there. I'll do it. Let's have a look. Oh, now it's cut through. Right, okay. That will have to do. Right.
Okay, got it?
I got it. I made a bit of a mess, but I got there.
Okay,
now
excellent.
I'm rummaging through for my rubber.
For your what?
For my rubber.
What's that?
A razor.
You call your razor a rubber?
Yep.
Okay.
Because they're made of rubber.
Your razor?
Yeah, a razor. We call them rubbers.
Oh, are you saying eraser?
Eraser, yeah, eraser.
Okay, I thought you were saying razor, like a razor blade.
Oh, got you. Eraser, yes.
I'm like, why do you call them? Okay, so you call your erasers rubbers?
Yes. You know, you're going to have giggles.
I feel like we should start like a whole list so that we completely understand each other's language, because semantics, are important, and that's a new one that we haven't discussed before.
Yes. We're always finding out new stuff, aren't we? Or what we call it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is going to look a mess, girls. I didn't think this one very clearly through, but just ignore it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so now what we're going to do for this is we are going to make a little slider and try to remember how I do them. So as again, until it's done, don't follow.
Okay, also ladies, if anyone's making a ticket book, so I messed up here because these should have been glued on this side. I just put all my tickets back in order, and I just realized I'm not in frame, aren't I? Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna, because I need to punch holes here for my jump rings or my ribbon, whatever I'm going to end up using, and now those are going to go through the fussy cuts. So, lesson learned. Make sure if you're making your ticket book that you have your tickets in the right order so you know which way your holes are going to go. Because, yeah, I should cut those holes right now. What a bummer. Sorry, Kerryanne, I have to cut through your beautiful fussy cuts.
Okay, so you're going to need
earlier
2 bits of card folded in half, same size, and I've got these too long for this, so I'm just going to cut them about there. Make myself look more complex than it is. So 2 like butterfly bits. What you're going to do is you're going to glue them down back to back and edge to edge. So you've got the opening on each side. Okay.
Is it working out?
I think so. I think I've got it there working out. Put them down on there. So as you can see, it looks like this now. Okay. And this is where your both sides of your pages are going to go. And I'm going to thread that through.
While you're doing that, I just saw Joy's comment that says, for us Americans, a rubber is something entirely different. That's why I was laughing. You know why I was giggling, because that's what I thought you were talking about.
I think I get that, yes. Okay, so and then we will put that one there like this, and then we're going to put something in square here, I think. Oh, I could maybe turn this one. No. Am I going to get ambitious? Am I going to get ambitious and put something there? I don't know.
Okay, that wasn't too bad. I was so worried about punching the holes through, but I only had to go through that bottom one, so that was okay.
Oh, that's what I was going to do as well. Okay, don't forget that, Nicola.
Oh, goodness. Nicola, can you imagine if we go into Facebook jail, or we got marked or whatever, like we did for the fairies one, because they think that we're talking dirty things, but you're really just talking about an eraser?
Eraser, yes. Yes, that would be our luck. Got to watch everything we say, don't we? Now, what did I do with those horses? Okay, we're going to come to that problem in a minute. We're going to work through that problem in a minute.
I love hearing you just like go through the motions.
Yeah, I'm definitely going through the motions here.
I love hearing you walk yourself through it.
Right. Okay. At the moment, I think I'm just trying to reassure myself. There, Nicola. There.
All will be well.
Oh, we'll be well, yes.
I'm just punching out my last hole so I don't make that same mistake and put some of the elements where the hole needs to go for binding. Oh, and I should have mentioned earlier, if you didn't see the intro video, so I also took Kerryanne's tickets and I cut out the inside part so I could put the acetate behind it, and I will add some sequins in there too, so you can make like your own little window. So if you don't have die cuts or anything like that, it's okay. You can just make your own. I just used an X-Acto eraser, as Nicholas says, to cut through that myself. Or you could use, your Cricut, your Silhouette. So there's a lot of things you can make without having the die cuts to do so. All right, now let's get back to doing this.
Okay, so I've just made mine a little bit more sturdy for the back in here. And normally if I thought this through, like I said, I was going to put the horse as a closure for these. So instead it would have slid down here. I made a closure for these pages, but I put hot air balloons in there. So I'm going a different direction, but I still wanted to show you how I would do a slider. And I would have thought about something for the back, so that would also become like a proper little slider. Maybe if I make the hot air balloon rise in full. And I'm talking rubbish as per normal.
No, we're listening to you.
So
I just got my sequins out to make a little bit of a shaker, but I'm fully listening to you.
I'm not listening to myself. Woo. Okay. We're going to glue this back.
So I just have some tulle here that I sewed around on my ticket, and I did some tulle to add some sequins in here. And then when I'm done, I will sew again. So I am now filling with sequins, and Sunday you're on the other sequin.
Okay. Make sure it's the right side. There, like that. Oh! Oh no! No, no, no. Get off. Okay, I've marked that one.
You're making me nervous.
I'm nervous myself. I'm going to cover that one up. I've put ink on it. Right. Anyone would think I'm having a baby here.
You're making me nervous. What's going on? You're
giving
just
myself,
thinking through.
I'm giving myself giggles. Okay, I've just done this really clean, and I inked the edges up with blue ink, and I had it on my finger, and I just smudged it on my paper where there shouldn't be a smudge. Now it looks messy, so I'm now covering it up. I'm hiding my mistake.
None will be the wiser.
None will be the wiser. Okay. Now let's just hope this, I haven't glued this down and it will work. Okay, as you can see, it is sliding up and down, but I should really have concentrated on making a smoother cut, so it would slide down easier, but it's done. It's done.
Well, what's helpful is that we can learn from your mistakes.
That's it.
You're teaching us how to do that, so
if you are going to do the slider action, make sure you do a nice, clean, neat cut. So the slider will go smoothly down and up.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But for now, it showed what you can do. It would have been so much easier if I did it on the balloon. Let's see. Have I got a bigger air balloon that I can put up and down?
Can you guys all hear my trays? All I keep moving them around, stacking them around. I love these balloons. They're just perfect to add to the background of anything.
Okay.
So what has everyone been crafting lately? Has anyone started to make anything with this new kit yet?
Yes, we're looking forward to seeing all your crafts come up in the craft room.
Absolutely. This kit has been a long time coming for us, so we're excited to see all the inspiration.
I love the fact there's a few people that's already been showing their crafty makes.
Me too.
Right.
I just need to stop being so hard on myself and just start playing. It's just like such a permanence thing for me though, you know? Like this is going to be permanent, something I keep forever and ever and ever, and I just want it to be perfect.
I get you.
I'm already like a OCD perfectionist crafter as it is, so then when I add this dress on, it's like, well, buckle in, ladies.
I think that is so different. Like your art is totally different crafter to me. Like I am just like the most messiest, imperfect crafter, and nothing's neat, nothing's clean. And I just, that's just the way I roll.
Yeah, well, your experience is probably a lot more enjoyable because you don't get stuck on yourself.
Okay, so let's make a
Ooh, Beth says she's making a carnival inside a little suitcase, and Aga said that she finally made her prototype for the May prompt. She says she's sorry for being late, and now she's going to make a little video how to make it. Ooh, we're excited to see what you have.
We'll be watching.
That's a good idea. Sun Tzu says just reprint. Yeah, you're right. You can always just print more, right?
Yep. We could always reprint and do more. Okay.
Kerryanne, the light up fairy mushrooms that Facebook thought were part of the male anatomy. Oh,
What's it?
Because remember I was saying to you about how we're gonna get marked. We're gonna get in trouble for you calling your eraser a rubber.
Yep.
And Kerryanne brought up the mushrooms that we were flagged for. For our fairy villages.
Those mushies. Lordy.
So yeah, when we think on it, there's been so many funny experiences that we've had here in the craft room with our friends.
Absolutely.
I wish there was a way to save it for longer than 3 months so that we could have that memory to look back and have some good laughs again.
And fortunately, if we were to download and save every live, we'd be there for absolutely ages. But I have decided that we're going to try.
Try what?
Try to save them.
Oh, try to save them.
Future ones anyway.
Okay.
You'll always, anyone, like the new members that are joining us, okay, be warned. I'm the one that mixes my words and I say silly things and I will be there trying to find the right word. and I'll confuse you. I confused myself, so do not worry.
I had to say that on my intro video for this project because I think I said stick with me because I was telling myself like, wait, give me a minute to think. What am I doing? What's going on?
I absolutely do believe we just try and convince ourselves we know what we're doing.
What I was going to say a moment ago though, Nicola, about how we wish you could keep all of our videos as a fun memory. I think what I might do moving forward on like our ATC cards or whatever, you know, our memory decks cards we're making every month, I might put like about our live experience or like something funny that was said in our live
Absolutely.
right on the back of that. Like I could easily just put in quotes like mushrooms. And I would remember that we got in trouble for the budget. I think that's what we'll be doing
with memory decks things, little things in life, mushrooms.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. We just listed numerous funny things, or like your fries box. Like I would probably write on the Halloween one, fries box.
Gigantic rosettes.
Right, and then it would remind us that we had a good laugh.
Definitely. And which crafts to avoid that stressed us out.
Right.
So I'm just reading through comments.
Also, I was gonna say if anyone is wondering what I'm doing, I put glue on the back of my clown, and then I realized I wanted my clown to puff up, so now I'm adding foam tape. The glue was pointless.
Chris says, thank you all. We were 22 and everyone told us we were too young. Stayed together to prove them wrong. Absolutely. Like I said, I was 16 and my husband was 19. Beth says, I'm making my Carnival Insiders. Oh, we need a little suitcase. Yeah, I finally made the prototype for May Prompt. You've read that one. Chris says, I think I'm going to use Laura's resin technique on some of my elements, jazz it up a bit. Nicola, I will definitely try that sliding horse. Anissa says, it's just a little paper frame, perfect to use it for tomorrow's Mother's Day in the States. Kerryanne says, yes, and we love you, Nicola.
We sure do.
Tracy says, you should edit together a blooper or lots of laughs reels. Might be the craft room marketing highlights.
Oh, that is so smart.
That one might actually put people off.
I mean, if I saw that, I would be like, these people are cool. They're real. I want to join the craft room.
They're crazy.
We'll have to ask Kerryanne. It's up to her after all.
Kerryanne's like, Tracy, there's been a few. Okay, so now I've got the balloon doing as a slider. How the horse would have done, you could add like a little tadpole on the top or the bottom, but then it will keep your door actually closed until you actually slide it off down the bottom or the top. So that is that slider done. How it's supposed to have worked, I've just used a balloon because I did balloons there, and the horse is there because it's the carousel theme. Okay, we're getting there, girls. I'm getting there. You can see
your project is no little feat, right? Like you got a lot going on.
It's getting there. I've got lots to be putting in. So the waterfall is there.
Like Chris just said, I decided to never miss a live after the mushroom incident.
Oh, there you go. So they're waiting for those bloopers, aren't they? Oh, Lordy.
When was the mushroom incident? Because I don't want anyone to feel left out. Are there people on here who were not part of the craft room at that time? Or is this still the same cycle?
I think that was with the forest phase, wasn't it?
It was. So when was that? Was
September, June, July,
Kerryanne, when was that? We didn't make
August.
our memory deck cards at that time,
Yeah.
so we can't remember.
I think that would have been August, September. Going towards autumn time, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Let's see what Kerryanne says. Anywho, if anyone missed that, we went over how to make light up hot glue, light up mushrooms out of, oh my gosh, light up mushrooms made out of hot glue and twinkle lights. And Facebook flagged us thinking it was naughty things, but they were literally just glow in the dark mushrooms for fairies.
Just because we might act naughty.
Last year, Kerryanne says maybe August. Okay, so yeah, that was a good hoot.
Give us 2 seconds, I'll be back in a sec.
Okay. I'm just figuring out where to place these. If anyone else a slow crafter like me, I just go back and forth. Like, I mean, I'm trying not only to decide which fussy cut element to use, but also then which size. I mean, I did it to myself because I just printed them in all different half-inch sizes, but yeah, I have too many options. Maybe going forward, Kerryanne, I should just print your PDF file where you've done all the sizing for us so that I know I've got either small, medium, or large. Because I think I overwhelmed myself a bit with the elements folder of giving myself too many sizes. I did that to myself, though.
Okay.
Because then I also do different sizes for different projects. Like I needed sizes for this, but I also needed sizes that are larger for my journal. Like you need different sizes for different projects.
Yes.
That's why the elements is so helpful to be able to size them yourself, you know?
We might have our little Cora come jumping up on my project in a minute.
Well, she wants to say hi to Sunday.
She's come in, and the thing is I haven't got no room on my desk for her butt to fit in.
I know, that was the problem with Sunday too. She was sitting on my laces. Okay, Tracy confirms, yes, the Mushroom Fairies kit was before us newbies, but we can fill in between the lines, no worries.
I think we shared what we made on our YouTube, didn't we, with it, and kind of spoke about it on our YouTube. So our project will be there with what we made.
Yeah, I think you're right. Mm-hmm.
And it is in the group too as well. It allowed us to post our finished project. So,
but it's probably gone now, right? Didn't you say 3 months?
Our normal posting videos and photos are still in the group, isn't it? It's just the live's gone.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so anything that you see me put in that, like the slidey waterfalls or pop-ups, let me know and I'll try to show how I made them. Also, I will quickly touch base because I haven't posted it yet. This is going to be one like Kerryanne sells them on Etsy, is the pop-up boxes, but for the craft room members, she has made a template up, and either me or her will post it up into the group later on today. So you've got the template to be able to make your own pop-up insert.
Awesome.
There. So basically, what you would do is you just cut off the back tabs and glue one side of the box down to each side, and where the box would open in the corner there, and it would be an opening up pop-up. It's just a little bit different there. So yeah, that template will be posted in the craft room later.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, so let's just put this one on. Now, if I was thinking more clearer, I would have probably cut these, the waterfall back pages to fit the little cards, but I'll probably put a little frame or something around them later. Just try to think pink, blue, pink, blue. Yeah, so the next one would be pink. Pink. Right, so let's put that one on. Oh,
I
am
think
I
that's,
in frame? I
I
think I'm
think that's really
crafting
helpful,
perfect.
Nicola, that you're like walking through what you would have done differently so that moving forward people have an idea. I think that's
Yes.
really helpful,
Um,
especially if we watch this later too and after seeing your final result.
that's it. Because I knew straight away I made the waterfall up, not even thinking about sizing up to the actual cards. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of white there. So definitely try to, mind you, it don't look too bad, but I think it would have been better if it had a little bit shorter white on there. What did I do? Just did pink, so I'll do blue.
I haven't even gotten into my laces or anything yet.
No, I don't think we'll be getting into them just yet.
We had a bit of a slow start, but I think we're on the move now. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to end up putting photos on my actual ticket book page. Like this whole square here could be a photo, but I haven't decided if I want to put the photos on the inside or like in pockets, you know, or have them right on my card. Maybe a mix of both. I don't know.
Okay, so I am getting all kerfuffled here. I've got everything everywhere. Get off. Do not lose them, Nicola. Gosh, do not lose them. Do not bend that. Woo! Right. Stick this one down and put the fussy cuts in these. It's difficult when you're building where you want your particular pop-ups and whatever you to go. So at the moment, like the slider on the horse, my intentions was to put it on that page, and I completely cut out the wrong different pages, and we'll get there. I'll get there. Okay, and where's that to? Do you want to read the comments, Lauren,
Yeah,
quickly?
I was just going through that actually. So that was perfect. People are saying thank you for the pop-up template. Many people are saying thank you for the pop-up template. And
I do.
Chris would love to see the waterfall. And
the waterfall made. Okay.
yes, that's what Chris said. And Tracy said, oh, Tracy is thanking Kerryanne for the lined journal paper in the bonus Carousel folio printable. Yes, Tracy, yes, I wanted to say thank you for that too, because I'm going to print that off and use it in my journal, my Carnival journal. So yes, I agree.
That bonus, yeah, was beautiful, and I'm hoping I'm going to find time. Right, so what theme do I want to be inside? I can either go with the clowns and the circus tents. I think that's what I might do, and I'm trying to find through my fussy cuts everything I want to use. Oh, nope. Okay. Okay, so Lauren's all got her fussy cuts all in order. Look at how mine are. I cannot find anything in here.
I don't know if it makes a huge difference, Nicola, because clearly we've seen me on the struggle bus today of having to flip through all my different containers to find what I'm looking for. So I don't know. What does everyone else do to store their stuff? I mean, I don't have enough room on my table to like lay all these out, so I wonder if it would have behooved me just to leave them all in one box. What does everybody else do?
Well, I'm having to look through these now just to find what I'm looking for. So maybe it's not a good idea just to have them all in one box.
I think I need a bigger
Okay.
box. Which one are you looking for?
I think I found what I'm looking for. I think. And this is going to be difficult because I'm going blind and trying to. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to glue where I think that needs to be. Like I said, if I was
down, Nicola.
Yeah, if I was doing this not on camera, I'd be having my head in the camera and my tongue stuck out and being more, is it methodical? In how I craft. But for now, you're getting a
Nicola,
winged
Kerryanne
one.
says to you that she nearly has heart failure watching you gluing right there on top of your album. Bonnie says she keeps
Yes.
her fussy cuts always in one box.
Okay. Yes, messy. I'm a messy crafter. Maybe I should have put that one in the back there. No, that's too big. Let's have a look. Okay. Let's make adjustment room for these. So how long do you think you're going to need? I'm just looking at time and how we're doing.
We know that I will not finish this project, so we can
know that I ain't going to finish mine either, but
right, so we can cut it whenever anyone's sick of us.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't think no one's going to get sick of us or admit to it anyway.
No, I think everyone's too friendly, too polite.
I'll just say, right, Lauren, I'm sick of you now. You say,
Yeah,
right,
you can just determine when you're sick of me.
We can give ourselves permission, okay?
You can just say when you're sick of me, that's fine. Kerryanne, I just have to say again, thank you so much for this kit. We just love everything about it so very much, and we appreciate you actually making it for us because we know you didn't really want to. So thank you. I don't know, it's just like I think it's the nostalgia of, you know, your childhood and having these experiences with your loved ones that comes through in this kit, and the color scheme, you know, the pastels. It's just, and then to take on like a Bridgerton theme, it's just genius. It's
Absolutely.
Very well done, Kerryanne.
Absolutely. Well, I know that Kerryanne enjoyed it after she got stuck into it. It was just the initial nope, and then all of a sudden when she got stuck into it, it was like all these beautiful ideas started happening and she enjoyed herself.
It's kind of like our life today. We were having a difficult time, and then we started steamrolling. All right, too much blue. I'll return to you. We'll come back to you. See, there I go again. Let's try this side.
Okay, so I'm just showing you what I'm doing at the moment, but I probably will be adding more little elements and fussy cuts in there as I go. Just trying to get it to work with where I'm. Okay, so let's put that one there. Okay.
Oh, I missed whoever said You're not alone, Nicola. The messier the table gets, the better the project. Who said that? Aga? And then Diane says, truth. And Aga also says, Kerryanne never disappoints.
Nope, absolutely not. Okay, so let's see if this one works. Now, when you're doing pop-ups and everything, always make sure you're following the fold on things. So if it's, how can I describe it? The fold always starts in the middle and you work with that fold. So you're going to have to do more folds, and I think I'm going to do a quick pop-up, proper pop-up in a minute, just to show you where you would start on each one and go through a few things. I'll just stop decorating and show you some. Oh, my back. Right, let that dry a minute.
I'm starting to get stuck
And
again.
what you can use. Right, so whilst that's drying, what I'm talking about is, if you don't know how to do boxes, always find something that you can use. So I'm using a cotton bud box for this one, and I did a circle where the bend is, okay, and what it will eventually do, it will be stuck like this, and when you open it, you'll see this as part of the pop-up rather than these, so they'll be in there. And then what I've done is I used the big tent, and that's going to go on the front, and as you can see, when the book opens, it will pop up like this. And then what I'm going to do, because I ain't going to be doing it online, I've created like two accordion folds, and they're going to be attached in the inside, and that will give me enough room to put my little fussy cuts on the inside. So you make use of boxes. Same with this one. This one was a truffle box, and I decorated it with the papers. And what I will do now is, I think that's dry, find something that I can probably attach it to. No, I'm not going to attach it to that one.
When you say truffle box, are you talking about chocolate?
Yes, chocolate truffle box.
Okay.
Where be two? Am I going to find something that I can put it in? Glue it down to. Would that glue it down like that? And bring it up. Hang on, let's have a look. So if I was to glue the back box down here and glue this side to here, then when it folds down, it'll fold flat. When I pull this one up, it'll bring it up. And then what I was going to do is attach something like this to it. And you can have like photos on here as well. So let's have a look. So it'll go down and fold flat like this, and then when you bring it up, it will bring this up too. So always you make room, use of boxes.
Awesome.
Right. And if your album starts filling up and you've got more to do, like I said, when I did the initial tutorial, you can always get your plain pieces of paper, because this is how I've made it, and where you've got your inserts in the side, you can literally put more pages in and build on them, so you can keep building your pages up.
They're great.
What
That's
else
very
was I
helpful.
going to do?
Thank you.
So that's that one. And then I have got a tutorial somewhere on the Simply Shabalicious page for this one, and it's a theatre card. So if you want me to tag you in that, let me know. But when you open it up, oh, when it's stuck down, it won't do this. Get myself flustered here now. Get in there. Right. Okay, open it up. And what we'll do is I will put 2 slits in either side and a strip. And when I open it up, it will have fussy cuts in, and it'll be like a theatre stage. That'll be glued down in my book too. And I've got the tutorial already up on Simply Shabbalicious for that one. I think I'm just about ready to finish, Lauren.
Okay, that would work for me because I'm starting to get in my head again and get stuck.
Okay. And then for my cover, I did give you a sneak peek, but that's what my cover is kind of looking like, and I'll be decorating it with roses and flowers on the front. I'll decorate the sides. I might follow Sandra's tutorial on YouTube to make the cute little cotton candy charms to put down the sides there. If you haven't checked Sandra's YouTube out yet with the cotton candy charms, that is beautiful and so fun. But yeah, I think I've kind of finished my. So you've got your waterfall, you've got your pop-up.
You've gotten a lot done today, Nicola.
Thank you. So have you. I'm going to rewatch yours later. The messed up slider. Oh, the good slider that works very well to hold the pages down with the bloom. There's a pocket there, and this one is a slide up card, so that will slide up like that. And yeah, I'll be back with showing the finished one with a video. So I'm done.
Everybody. Thank you again for sticking with us and bearing with us with today's technical issues. We appreciate it.
Yes, definitely. And I'm just reading through the last of the comments.
And we wish everyone a happy Mother's Day tomorrow. Definitely. If you celebrate and enjoy crafting with this beautiful kit, and enjoy your weekend.
Agnieszka says, I'm not good at organising like you, Lauren, since I do better with everything in one pile like Nicola. And she says, you are not alone. The messier the table gets, the better projects. Diane says she's just had to figure out the vintage shabby theme. Yep. Bonnie says this kit is truly amazing. Absolutely agree, Bonnie. We all agree with that one. Tracy says, yes, thank you, Kerryanne English, for the kit. It was aptly named a dream. Diane said, Agnieszka, truth. And Agnieszka says, Kerryanne never disappoints. Kerryanne, I was just concerned that not everyone would use a carnival theme, but most of the feedback has been positive. Thank you for your kind words, girls. Tracy says, Beth, I can't wait to see your carnival. Joy says, oh my gosh, that's it, Nicola. I'm quitting my job so I can craft full time. I can't wait to do the box in my book. If anyone is looking for me, I'll be locked in my craft room. Tracy says, thank you, ladies. That was quite fun, and I learned so much while laughing. Bonnie says, thank you both. Kerryanne says, both projects are looking amazing, ladies. What fun we've had today. Thank you very much. Bonnie says, happy Mother's Day to all. And Beth says, thank you. Linda says, thank you. Diane says, thank you, Lauren and Nicola. Happy Mother's Day. So
very sweet. Thank you for being so kind and lovely, everybody.
And patient with us. And just a note for when you're watching on YouTube, we'll put all the links in the description box on how to join the craft room. And hope you can see that we have so much fun with the girls in there and the members. And yeah, if you haven't made your mind up yet, put your name down, see what it's all about. You can always, leave. No one's there saying that you can stay, but I'm I think a majority of our ladies here stays. So,
Yeah. And the dates, again, the doors open May 20th, correct?
yep, 20th to the 28th. So that's when you'll be invited into the craft room and say hi to us in here.
Yes, we'd love
So,
to have you.
thanks for watching, ladies, and we'll be back next month in the craft room.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.